was like, I really want Mary to join Body Fit. And I was like, I fucking know. It would be so hilarious.
What time do you guys go?
We've been going to the 7:15 ones.
Oh, yeah, rather not.
Yeah, I know. My friend at work, she also goes, and she keeps being like, come to the 5:15 classes. And I'm like,
5:15?
I
Who
would
the
rather
fuck
not. Like,
gets
what
up
is
at
wrong with you?
5:15?
Yeah, I was like, what time do you get up? And she was like 10 to 5. I was like, 4:50 a.m. 4:50.
I think I need like a hash brown or something.
Yeah.
Or I'll get a cheeseburger. That'll get a cheeseburger.
Yum. What a vibe.
I don't have a diet. I just eat whatever I want when I want it.
See, I've got
She's thick. Are you like healthy eating as well? Obviously.
Yeah, well, I wasn't as much last week, but I've got my birthday coming. Got my birthday coming
When's
up
your
soon.
birthday
I'm like, it's like 6 weeks away.
Yeah.
16th of April. So I'm like, I kind of want to be in shape for it.
What are we doing?
I don't know, we're doing something. He was like, oh, what are you doing for your birthday? And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, are you going out? And I was like, yeah, probably. And he's like, oh, I think it's someone's birthday on the same weekend. And I was like, oh, that doesn't really matter. It's pretty much just me and Mary at the moment.
Oh, can I get for you?
Hi, can I please get a cheeseburger on its own?
Yeah?
And then a small iced latte.
Just $7.50 drive-through, thank you.
$7.50.
Thanks.
$7.50.
What am I doing?
I don't know how to like introduce the video.
Oh yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder how Mary's going to introduce it.
Oh, it's a bit of a vibe, Ans. Look.
I know.
You're going to be on my YouTube channel.
I know.
I get so awkward filming in front of people.
Oh,
but I
Mary.
need to stop. That's why I'm like, I think this is good. And this is good for both of us.
Exactly. I'm like, that's the thing. I'm like, I don't even like getting in photos, let alone a video. Now I'm video on YouTube. It's so funny. I was thinking about it this morning and I was like, I feel like if you know, it's so funny when you know you're being filmed. I feel like there's just this different, it's like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
You can instantly tell, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just like,
It's like you're a better version of you.
you're just like a little bit extra. You're like,
yeah.
I'm not being extra, but like I'm a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I'm always like up it a notch when it comes to like my personality when I'm filming.
Well, I took pre-workouts though.
Oh, you're buzzing, babe.
I can't wait either. I really want to look in Zara.
I've
I
never
love
been.
Zara. Zara's like my, that's like my, sometimes you go in there though and there's there can be a lot of stuff that isn't.
Yeah.
But when I go in there, I'm like, this is like my dress style vibe.
Yeah. Never been in there.
It's
Never
nice. It's
bought
like-
anything from there.
It's like, yeah, it's like a creative, it's a bit more on the creative side.
Yeah.
Which I like.
What a vibe.
What a vibe. It's like city chic.
City chic. Totally not city chic me. But
It's, no, I think Zara, I think that's how I'd dress if I lived in New York.
well, every time I see you wearing something kind of nice, not that no, you know what I mean. No,
It doesn't happen much.
No, but when I always compliment you like on what you're wearing, you're like, oh, it's from Zara.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
that wasn't
Those
the boots. The boots,
Yeah.
those were nice.
They're
boots.
so nice. I really wish they had them in tanned as well. I'm like,
I love a tan boot.
I don't
No one
have
comes
any.
out with enough tan boots.
No.
though. They're very hard to
And
find.
they're always like that awkward little point, like not a point. Do you know what I mean? Like that little
Yeah.
ballet point.
Yep.
And then like the awkward heel,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just like,
Not a vibe.
it's not
Absolute-
flattering. It's like
No.
a Target boot.
Oh, Target.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can get nice Target boots, but it's like that
They're still
classic,
not.
like you're halfway there. You're just a little bit below average.
Yeah.
Does yours go off every time you spend something? Is
Yeah,
that what it
with that
was?
card, yeah. It's like, I don't want to know, don't tell
I
me.
know. When, thank you. Thanks. You too. When I first, because like Sage told me about it, when I first downloaded it, I thought it would tell me when like bills come out and things like that. And instead I'm like, it's just every time I purchase, like I know I just purchased something. Like I don't need a secondary confirmation that I just purchased something.
I remember when I moved into the house we're living in now, Chloe was like, oh, I need to get the kids lunch or whatever, and I was like, oh, well, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go, and I nearly died. Thought that was gonna fucking fall. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get lunch.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, get some stuff for the kids, take my card. And I didn't have any money on my card, so I just tapped KFC, like, on her card.
Yeah.
And then I got back and she was like, buy yourself some lunch with my card. And I was
my God.
I was like, yeah.
Are you gonna be eating your cheeseburger while you eat?
Yeah. No, I'll eat it first. I'm too hungry.
Yeah.
Good breakfast though.
Oh. Nutritious. Delicious.
I would have driven, but I suck at driving up near like City Way.
Oh no, I know. I don't actually go like, so like you can go Eastlink, but I don't actually go that way.
Oh.
I go the way that I used to go to uni, which is like the freeway.
Oh, okay, yep.
Like the cheap bitch way. But it's good because that's where I used to like live.
Was it nice where you lived?
It was like, it was a cute unit, like apartment inside, but it was like, I'll show you. It's not like, it was not nice on the outside. It was not a nice kind of area.
I've always wanted to live in an apartment.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would vibe with it.
Well, so did I. Me and Sarah were both like really excited to live in an apartment, but I ended up having to like walk to St Kilda Beach every day in the second apartment that we had, which was like a 2-hour walk because I just needed a vast, expansive nature, because it is just so like, it's like claustrophobic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like even with going to Chadstone today, because I spend so much time at home, I get like social anxiety.
Yeah.
And like going and doing things like this, it's not hard, but like I overthink things.
Oh yeah.
So it's like if you lived in an apartment where you weren't even able to get like near a tree.
Yeah. Oh.
Imagine that. Okay. I'm really embarrassed now.
Just do it.
I know. I can't. I don't know why. It's like so weird.
It's like me today in
like I don't know, like I can talk in front of it like this and feel fine, but as soon as I'm like, it feels weird. We chopped we chopped like this much off.
That image you sent me, did you notice how it was wonky?
Oh yeah. I know, that's why
it was so long. I could not get over how long it was.
I know.
I was just like, oh my god, I didn't even realise. Apart from the weekend before when you straighten your hair, and I was like, oh my god, it's like you've got extensions in.
Yeah, well, one of the residents at my work follows me on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he asked me the other day, he was like, when you post those photos of yourself, he's like, are they extensions? And I was like, no, that's all my hair. And he was like, you can't tell at work. And I was like, yeah, because I just put it in a plait or in a bun.
Yeah.
We're going to Chadstone. We're going to Chadstone. I thought I'd vlog today because I wanted to create something different for my channel. And I know a lot of you guys want to see a bit more of my personal life. So I've brought my best friend with me. This is Anna.
Hi.
Anna joke. I feel really awkward filming in front of people.
No, what?
No, but like,
I feel like
we were filming fine just before talking, but then when I'm actually talking to the camera as if I'm talking to you guys, I feel really awkward. And so I asked everyone on Instagram if they had any questions for me and Anna, and yeah, so I'm gonna answer it. Alright, well, this is a good one. I'm not gonna name who said them or anything like that. How do you stay close as adults while juggling life? Wow. We're still working on that. We're still trying to figure that shit out. How do we stay close? We just try and make time for one another.
Yeah, it's kind of like a priority that, well, we have like, because we have such, you know, our schedules don't always align, but we've worked out a way that, you know, on Mondays, either Mondays or Sundays, we've worked out a time where it's like, we don't have other things. No. And it's like, we'll catch up, even if it's just for a coffee catch up, or if it's like a walk, or something like that. But sometimes we go, like we went like 2 weeks, which is like,
yeah, that wasn't
feels
okay.
like forever.
But that's because I'm addicted to reading books.
Yeah, Mary's just reading.
I'm just like, I'm just here in my other life. I was actually Googling the other day. It's actually a thing to be addicted to reading books.
Oh, I can
And they say that if you do get addicted to reading, it's because you want control of your own, you don't have any control for your own life.
Yeah.
and you
probably like
also
an
are super,
escapist kind of
you're super unhappy, and that's how you get addicted to it.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like,
That makes you feel
wow, that's just fucking fabulous, isn't it? That's exactly why I'm doing this, isn't it?
It's a bit concerning, isn't it? How many books have you read again?
35 this year. Since January 1st, I've read 35 books. I smash out a book a day. I looked at my, you know how you can look at your screen time on your phone? I looked at my screen time the other day, and mine used to say like 6 hours of social media.
Yours has gone down so much.
The other day there was 20 minutes of social media.
Oh my god.
And 7 hours of reading.
At least you're learning vocab.
I know. I keep like talking to Cooper and saying these words, and he's like, oh. He's like, you're intelligent. And I was like, yeah, bitch.
It's actually crazy because like when you don't read for so long, you kind of, it's like when you don't write, your language and everything just goes downhill. You know what I mean? You're like, I really need to spice things up and just write an essay or something.
How long have you two been friends? Where did you first meet? I think we've been friends for like, well, I've been with Cooper for 7 years this year, so I want to say...
I was 22 when I met you.
You're 28 this year?
Yeah.
Maths, I'm not good at it.
6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, 6 years. How'd we meet? I don't remember the first time we actually met.
I think, well, we met because my ex-boyfriend was close friends with Mary's boyfriend, and I think we went to the Conti,
maybe.
So we went to that bush. Wasn't a bush tour. It was like it was a beach party.
A beach party.
And I didn't really interact with you, but you were there with like the girls, and I was there kind of solo with Mon. And then the next time we saw each other was when we were all going to the Conti.
Yeah.
And that's when we kind of like started meeting each other. But it was because our boyfriends at the time were friends.
Yeah. Have you guys ever stopped talking for a long period of time? Yeah, but not because we were fighting or anything. No. Because we've definitely become more closer over the past, I want to say 2 years.
Yeah.
We've always been friends, and we've always caught up and, you know, kept in touch. But we would go for months at a time without speaking, and then we'd catch up, and then another 4 months would go by, or even 6, and then we'd catch up. But now it's like we speak almost every day.
Yeah. It was like we would catch up and
debrief about our fucking entire life.
Everything that's been happening in like the last 6 months.
Yeah. But we've never had like an argument or anything like that where we've stopped speaking.
Yeah.
Is there any differences between you two that bother either of you?
Oh, I was just thinking differences. Yes, we're very different.
We're very different. We're like two completely different people. But do they bother us?
I can't say that they, no, I can't say that I like how we're different.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good thing because it's like, we're so different in some ways, where it's like, we're like chalk and cheese in some ways, but then it's what I like about you, and it's like what's different, so it makes it interesting.
There's definitely things that we can relate on and that are similar, but there's also like polar opposites as well.
Because we can really relate on some things. Like we're like so different, but at the same time we have some things where it's like you're like the opposite but the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we have some things we really relate on.
Yeah, 100%.
But those things don't annoy me.
No.
Because it makes it interesting. Like a lot of the time I just laugh at our differences.
I know.
Mary's like the bring the sass. And you know.
And it's the balance.
I'm a little bit more reserved, but then we can go, it ebbs and flows.
How long have you guys been best friends for? So I'd say best friends over the past like year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah.
Close friends, I usually hate using the term best friend because I feel like it jinxes it for starters. And it's like, I don't know.
And it's like, I feel like it just reminds me of MySpace being like, you're in my top 10 friends.
You're number 1. Yeah. That means we're together
because
forever.
It makes you feel like other people, like you've said, oh, this person's my best friend, but you know, it makes them feel like they're just, oh, I'm the lower friend.
Yeah.
You know, so, but we've been
close friends.
Super close.
Yeah, super close. But even when we didn't see each other all the time, I still would call you one of my closest friends.
Totally.
Because I would tell, like I could open up to you and talk to you about a lot of stuff. And for me, the one thing that I love about you and our friendship is you've seen me in every shape, way and form, and you've always still liked me.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you've seen my true colours and it's never swayed your opinion. We go on tangents. Every time we catch up, right?
It's bad.
It's like, oh, let's just have a quick coffee, and it's like 7 hours later. Someone just asked, book you're currently reading. Just watched your Taboo book video. Loved it. So the book I'm currently reading, let me get it up for you. It's a saucy one, I'll tell you. It's called Mr. Spencer. And it's by T.L. Swan. She's a new author. I've read her book, I read one of her books 2 days ago, and it's the first one I've read from her, and I loved it. She's really easy to read. She's really easy to read. Her books are really easy to read. And they're also quite long, which I love. I hate short books, and hers are usually around like 600 pages, where other books I read are around 400, and when I get to the end I was like, really? Like, can't we string this out a little bit? One thing I fucking hate about some of these books I've been reading is they go through this story about how these two people get together or whatever it's about, and then they go 6 months later.
Oh, no, yes.
And I'm like,
that.
no.
I feel like that's a
cop-out.
poor writer.
That's a cop-out,
like,
mate.
and then after a few years, here we are.
I know, and
Like,
it's like,
I don't know.
I want to know how you got there. Like, I know you guys got back together, but how did you get to where you are now?
It's like they don't know what events to put in there. So they're just like, after some time. Kids do that at school in their writing.
I used to do it all the time.
10 years passed.
Or they woke up from a dream. That happens all the time. And then I rolled over and it was all a dream. What are you currently reading, Anna?
Even though the question wasn't directed at me.
But Anna can tell.
No, but I'm reading a really good book. It was my sister was reading it. It's her book, and I think it's How to Be a Badass. And I love it. It's a book I'm not wanting to finish. It's not a story like yours are stories, where this is kind of like a self-help book. But it's just so good. Like, it's really inspiring, and it's like things that if you want to improve your life in all areas, like relationships, friendships, work, health, anything, it has all these little things that it's like you kind of, some things are new things that you haven't thought of, but you know, because we like to research a lot of stuff, some of it's like stuff that you already know, but it just like simplifies it, and I don't know, it just makes so much sense, and you just read it and you're kind of like, I think it's a life-changing book, and one that I'll always come back to. Like, I want to, once I give it back to my sister, I definitely want to buy it for myself, because it's just one that you can always come back to.
There's so many things that I'm putting on the back burner right now.
I know.
I'm so bad at the moment. I'm like, emails are coming in, and I'm like, I'm gonna reply in 5 days.
Yeah. I know, and I've been so bad at like just replying to people.
Oh, and
like,
me too. I haven't spoken to you properly in like 2 weeks. When am I like that? I'm never like that.
Well, I'm always like that, but you know.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm not.
I know, you're not.
I'm like, I reply split seconds later, fucking, I'm on to it all the time.
I know, it's like even when Brooke messaged us, and I was like, I wonder what Mary's doing.
I was
probably reading.
I was just reading. The messages come through and I'm like, I'll reply in a minute. It's 7 chapters later, I finished a book and it's 3 days.
It's so bad, because I feel like that's something that I've been saying for years. I'm going to work on, I'm going to work on, I'm going to work on, because I'm just always someone that, it's nothing personal. Like, but I feel like it comes across as like, she can't be bothered, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I hate, but it's more just like, I need to like have the energy to solely focus on that message. Like, I can't just be one of those people that like, someone's talking to and they're sitting there replying, being like, yeah, no worries, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I have to dedicate, I have to be in the zone with the message. Like, we are one, and this is, you know?
You know what I hate? There's so many people that I watch on YouTube and they say anything. They say think instead of thin.
Anything.
Yeah. No, thing. Not thin.
Yeah, no, anything. They're like, anything.
Oh.
Anything you want. I can't stand
I
that.
fucking hate it. I hate it. I'm like, it's not that, anything isn't the right word. Anything. Thing.
I know.
But I got this comment from this woman. girl, I don't know fucking who she was, and she was telling, like, it was one of my Kmart hauls, and she was like, why do you have to swear so much? Why are you trying so hard? Why are you trying to be someone that you're not? Stop swearing. And I was like, I wrote back a really good comment and shut her down. I can't remember what I wrote, but I just said to her, I was like, you need to go do some, like, self-healing.
I feel like you
because if me speaking the way I choose to speak affects your life that much, then you obviously need to do some sort of healing process and fix yourself.
Well, that's what's weird. It's weird when people, I honestly, I do not understand it.
Me either, because there's so many people on YouTube and on Instagram and stuff that I don't like.
Yeah.
And I have my opinions on them, but I would never ever leave a comment saying that, because it's like,
I know, that's what I
let them live their best. If you don't like them, don't watch them.
That's what I mean. Like, I just find it so confusing that people are like, oh my god, you're so annoying, I'm gonna send you so much hate mail and make you feel like shit. And I'm like, why are you even watching their channel if they annoy you so much? Like, you actually have the power of choice here to watch what you want to watch and consume what you want to consume. I don't get why you're paying out on someone that you're choosing to actively watch. I just don't get it. I couldn't be a YouTuber because I don't know if I could
handle it.
I don't know if I could handle it, yeah, just because it's like, I don't, like, people have enough issues in today's society.
Yeah.
And enough things that they're trying to, like that woman, how good was it? That video.
Oh, Be a Lady?
Oh, Be Like a Lady or whatever, yeah.
It gave me goosebumps. I showed
It's
Cooper.
so true though, it is so true. And you watch something like that, and then you upload a YouTube video, and people just feel like the need to comment on it, to put you down. I'm just like, I just don't get it. I really don't. I think if you do that, yeah, you've got to have some form of, you got to have some
fucking issues.
Yeah. Just like, it's, like keyboard warriors as well. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I know. I get really angry too, and I get really, like, angry.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't fucking say that to my face. You
Yeah.
fucking wouldn't. Like, you wouldn't at all. What's going on? Why is this happening?
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like, I know for a fact you wouldn't say half the shit that you're saying to me right now to my fucking face.
Oh,
You wouldn't. You just fucking wouldn't. You wouldn't walk past someone and be like, oh, you're fat, you're this, you're that. Yeah, you wouldn't. So fuck up. We hate, as women, we hate being judged.
Oh yeah.
And we hate being put down. And we hate being called names and stuff like that. But yet we do it to one another.
Oh, all the time.
Worse than what men do to
time.
us. It makes no fucking sense.
It's so sad.
Some of the most insecure people I've ever fucking met have been some of the most judgmental people I've ever met in my life.
But they often are. Like, I remember a girl in high school, and she was like so mean. Like, so mean to everyone, even to the guys.
Yeah.
You know, not, she was really mean to the girls, but like to the guys as well. And it was just kind of like you didn't want to cross her path. And you could just tell that she was actually just so insecure.
Yeah.
But I was like, if you're so insecure, this is the thing that I will never understand. If you're so insecure and feel so bad about yourself and you don't like the way you feel, why do you then think the way to make me feel better is to make someone else feel the way I do?
Yeah.
Like, when is that ever the solution? Like, I just don't understand it.
Like, we can be so ruthless at times and be so mean to one another, yet we expect to have, like, the equality with men. But it's like, if we can't treat ourselves right and each other, like, why would we expect it from them as well?
I know.
Because they're looking in, like, what do they see? It's bizarre.
It's like so many times, you know, when, like, with past friendships and things like that, or just like, you know, situations when you've, and I hate this, like, just instantly turns me off guys, and like I just instantly lose respect when they like pick apart someone's appearance, like a girl's appearance.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's been times where I've like been around guys and they've like, you know, commented on, you know, what someone's wearing or like things like that, and kind of like laughed at, you know, a group of girls or a girl. And when I see like, you know, your friends, or like my friends at the time, and they like laugh about it and get in on the joke too. And I just find that so, like, I can't stand that, because I'm just like, imagine if that was you.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if that was, you know, there was a group of girls and a group of guys all laughing at what you look like and stuff like that. And I just, oh, it infuriates me.
What's not, what?
Look, both things are coming up. Maybe it's cruise. But it means it's,
You got your engine light on.
no, but that's just always on.
Okay.
It's like my hazards are on or something. I don't know what it is.
Can you turn them off?
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So it means both my arrows right now. Like, I don't get it. It's very bad. Because now that people are going to be thinking, which way is she going? Because I'm going both ways at the moment.
My car's just, I'm just driving it into the fucking ground, really.
See, that's been my last 2 cars, but this car has been so nice because I haven't had any issues with it. And it's actually been nice to not be like, is my car overheating every time I'm driving? But I don't know what this is.
What the hell?
I know.
Do you have like just a hazard button?
That?
Is that that's your hazard button, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe we're touching it. Maybe you touch it when you go like that. I
think I just did that.
Probably. I was just like, what is going on? I'm not going anyway.
The Commonwealth Bank sent me like a letter the other day saying, hey, do you want a loan? We've got like a fixed fucking interest rate or some shit right now, which would make it like really cheap.
Yeah.
And Dad was like, do you want a new car? And I was like, I'm still paying off money for the one I've fucking got.
How long does that loan last?
Like 2 more years.
Really? Oh my gosh.
It was a 5-year loan. But I can pay it off faster if I want.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, may as well just,
yeah,
you know?
Because we always want like a nicer car, but it's like,
I don't really care.
yeah, it's like, it's not really, it's literally just
It just
for
gets
other
me,
people
yeah,
to
like,
make you feel like you've got a nice car.
my car drives me to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't really,
yeah.
I don't really care that much about cars. Like, every time like I have a conversation with Cooper or anyone, they're like, if you were a billionaire, what would be your fucking dream car? And I'm like, I don't know. A fucking Mazda? Like,
Me too.
I'm like, I don't care. I don't want a fucking Bentley or anything like that.
I've always thought that, like, if I got like heaps of money, I wouldn't go for like a designer car or whatever they
Like
call
a Ferrari.
I would just want like a nice, like, trustworthy
car.
Mazda, maybe a Honda. I don't know.
Kia.
Okay, Rio.
Like, I don't care.
Mitsubishi.
I always like, yeah, I don't care, like, as long as it's like a brand new car that I don't need to worry about and it's got like warranty. Sweet.
That was the thing with my car, that like with this car, I was just like, after having 2 cars that you're always paranoid about blowing up, like,
yeah.
My car used to literally smoke.
Yeah.
All I wanted was a car I could trust, and
Yeah.
a car that I wasn't like constantly stressing about.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I just love this car just because it gives me that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I look at some cars and they're like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm just like,
Rather not.
to me, I'm just like, I just see it, for me personally, as like, I'd rather put my money somewhere else.
Yeah, and also the more expensive the car is, the more expensive your service is going to be. The car parts, if anything goes wrong. So it's like, unless you have like an unlimited amount of money that's going to, you know, back that up, there's no point in buying an expensive car because it's going to cost you more in the long run.
I know.
To keep it going.
Even like when I had my old Peugeot.
Yeah.
And that was an old Peugeot, like a Nana's car.
Yeah.
It was cute though. But that was so expensive.
Even with houses, like if I think about being a billionaire, if I won the lotto.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even want a huge ass house.
No,
I would just want a 4-bedroom.
I find like when people, it's so weird, and I guess everyone's different, but when I look at like people with lots of money and they like, you know, show their house or do house tours or whatever, even like those whatever, 73 questions with Vogue or whatever, and they take you through the house and stuff. I always think they just look so lonely and so depressing, because I'm like, even if it's a beautiful home, I'm like, there's just so much space that it's like, it feels kind of empty.
Yeah, and I also think the bigger the house, the more you have to fucking clean it.
Oh yeah.
But obviously if you're rich, you have cleaners.
Yeah.
But still, like,
no, I just want like the house that I want is like really simple.
yeah,
You know, and just like really like homely and nice. But I definitely don't want like some mammoth.
no. All I fucking want is like, I like open plan living.
Oh yeah.
So off the dining area and the kitchen and the lounge and stuff, I just want one whole wall to be a
that's nice.
fucking door.
Yeah.
So you can open it up onto a deck and have it undercover and shit.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
That's my thing. I
just want one whole wall to be a massive door so you can slide the whole fucking thing open, and I want windows. Just windows.
Me too.
Bright.
Me too.
Bright. I don't want no fucking corners, dark shit. No, I want bright, open shit.
That is like my two things, like the two top, if I was to think about my future home, is I want lots of windows.
Yeah.
Like big windows that looks out to like nature of some form, whether it be the beach or like trees or like paddocks, whatever.
Yeah.
We're not cut out for this shit.
I really aren't.
They really aren't.
I'm really not.
No, neither.
I'm really not. Like,
Neither.
I'm like, I want to live this really, like, it's really like, I want to go out and just like fucking party and just shop and be around millions of people, and then I get there and I'm like, take me back to Rosebud. I actually have this now.
Go on. Do you like it or not?
This is interesting.
Do you not like it?
No, I think I love it.
I think I like it.